Tying twigs together, Robert prepares for a dangerous climb, aiming to reach the treetop beehives crucial to the Sengwer community. This tradition has been passed down through generations.
Whenever we go to harvest honey from the forest, we can make traditional liqueur. We use it at weddings, and it even serves as medicine to treat illnesses for us and our children.
Today, bee stings make it a short visit. It wasn't a lucky honey day.
Beekeeping is essential for our livelihood. In addition to harvesting honey, we also hunt and gather in the forest. Without the forest, we could not survive.
But this way of life is in danger. Since the 90s, the Sengwer have faced expulsion by the government's forest service. Locals sent us these images of their homes being torched. Authorities declined our interview request. They claim the evictions are needed to protect the area from deforestation, while commercial logging and farming continue unchecked. Elias, an activist, is fighting for his community's right to stay on this land.
Hello, how's your house? What happened?
My house has been burnt again. It's been happening a lot. I can't live here anymore. It's too cold.
William had just built this home, but he says that shortly after, it was destroyed by the Kenyan Forest Service, forcing him and his children to flee.
About 12 to 15 officers came from over there, and they surrounded me. But I managed to escape into the forest. I had to protect myself. I was scared I'd be arrested. If they'd catch you, they could even shoot you. It was terrifying to know they could arrest us or open fire, so I had no choice but to run.
The government has offered land to relocate, but the Sengwer refuse to leave.
This is the new house you're building now.
So when their homes are demolished, they rebuild.
The government declared the forest protected land while we were still living here. It's remote, and the government didn't know we lived here for generations. Now forest officers are trying to evict us, but this land is our ancestral land. We've always been here. Our grandfathers never told us we had somewhere else to go.
The Sengwer are constantly on their toes. Each day presents new uncertainties, making life for them and their children an ongoing struggle.
We live like squatters. The officers can show up at 5 a.m., arrest us, even with our children, and take everything. We're left with nothing. To be free, we sometimes have to sell our animals just to return to our lives.
These struggles intensified in the early 2000s, when international donors began funding conservation projects. The goal was to protect the environment, but they've been criticized for accelerating land grabs.
Whenever they get these funds from European Union, World Bank, and other donor agencies, they come and evict us just because of trying to say that they are trying to like sell carbon credits in our land in order to conserve the environment.
To avoid evictions, some have reluctantly moved outside the forest. This wedding brings together Sengwer people from across the region. The elders are using the opportunity to discuss their next steps.
We went to the National Land Commission. They promised to hear our grievances about land injustices, but we're still waiting, unsure if they will take action.
In 2019, the community brought their case to the East African Court of Justice, where they called on the government to recognize their rights as shareholders of the forest.
We looked for solutions. What can we do? One of them, as you've heard from here, that we went to court, and as we speak now, we are in court, and we have a court order that says that Sengwer should have to live in the forest until their case is settled.
The elders then returned to the celebrations, united in their resolve. The impasse continues. 4 years after the court ruled in their favor, the Kenyan government has yet to act. Until they can secure their right to live in peace, the struggle will go on.